On divorce, I didn't fight for the house or his money. My only condition was to take his mother with me. He happily paid me $8,000 to take the burden off his hands. 2 years later, my husband cheated with a coworker from his office. I found out on a Tuesday when I dropped his jacket off at work and saw them in the parking garage, standing way too close. I didn't scream. I didn't even text him. I drove home, made dinner, and started planning. For 2 months, I said nothing. I opened a savings account in my own name. I met with a lawyer on my lunch breaks, and I called his mother more than usual. She was 72, living alone 3 states away in the house she'd shared with her late husband. Bad knees, too proud to ask for help. Her son's big plan for her was a facility. He said the word like he was talking about a storage unit. He'd priced it out once at dinner. Never once drove down to see her. Here's the thing. In 7 years of marriage, she was the only person in that family who actually saw me. She remembered how I took my tea when I was stressed. She asked real questions and listened to the answers. She told me once, "My son isn't bad. He's just not enough." She understood that years before I did. When I finally confronted him, he admitted it in about 4 minutes. Then he told me the coworker was pregnant and he wanted to marry her. He said it with the same face he used to complain about traffic. So I gave him the easiest divorce in history. No fight over the house, no claim on his account. One condition, his mother comes with me. He laughed, actually laughed. Then he signed so fast the pen skipped. 3 days later, he handed me a check for $8,000 for transition costs. Guilt money with a bow on it. I took it. I had $412 in checking and a 72-year-old woman to move. My sister and I drove 10 hours to get her. She stood in her doorway, looked back at the house for a long moment and said, "I've been ready. I was waiting to be asked." She moved into the second bedroom of my apartment with one broken wheeled suitcase and a box of her late husband's books. Third night, she made dinner without being asked and set the table like she'd always been there. I sat down and cried into my plate. She just patted my hand and said, "Eat." Then one morning, about 6 weeks in, she slid a worn notebook across the counter. 40 years of recipes. Turns out she ran her own bakery before she retired. Her son never mentioned it. I don't think he ever asked. "You keep saying you want to build something," she said. "So build it." We started small. One folding table at the Saturday farmers market. Her pecan pies, my spreadsheets. We sold out in 2 hours. The next week, we doubled the batch and sold out by 10 a.m. A woman came back 3 Saturdays in a row, then asked if we did wholesale. She owned a cafe downtown. By month 6, we were supplying 3 cafes. By Thanksgiving, we had a wait list. People were ordering pies a month out. We turned my kitchen into an assembly line. And when the county said we needed a commercial kitchen, we rented one by the hour at 4 a.m. because it was cheaper. She never complained once. She said mornings were wasted on the young anyway. My MIL ran that kitchen like a general. She did crosswords in pen while pies were in the oven and had opinions about every vendor at the market, which she shared at length over breakfast. She finally got the knee surgery she'd been putting off for years. My sister and I made her do it. She complained the whole time, then signed up for water aerobics. Meanwhile, word kept trickling back through mutual friends. The pregnant girlfriend had strong opinions about the house and the money. Then his business partner found irregularities in the books. Then came an audit. Then a second one. Then the girlfriend left 4 months after the baby came and posted a whole thing online about her truth. He was burning down everything he chose over us, one match at a time. We were signing a lease. Last month, our own shop. Small brick, downtown, big front window. The sign is being made right now, copied from her handwriting on the pecan pie recipe card. She pretended it was no big deal. Then I caught her standing across the street just looking at the empty storefront for 20 minutes. Last Tuesday night, her phone rang during dinner. His name on the screen. First call in almost a year. She watched it ring and didn't move. 10 minutes later, it rang again, and this time he left a voicemail. He was in trouble, money trouble. He needed a loan just to get back on his feet, just this once. He mentioned he'd heard about the shop. He said family 3 times in 90 seconds. She played it on speaker twice with a face I couldn't read. Then she deleted it, picked her fork back up, and looked at me across the table. "He sold me for $8,000, she said. "Tell him the price went up."